everyone in the Amway family. It's the start time of the year of the holiday extravaganza. When I joined 3 years back, there are so many ways in which I felt welcome to the Amway family, and some of my fondest memories are on the holiday extravaganza of the band, the singing, and Doug's Christmas story. This year, I would have loved to be with you here in the world headquarters, but you know what? I needed to go see my parents. It's been 2 years. I haven't had a chance to see them. So as a family, we're all going over to India to spend Christmas and the holiday season with the family. But hey, I love what's happening here. This is the festive season. This is the season of hope. And you know what? Thanks to everything each and every one of you is doing. Those who may have joined new during the last 12, 18 months and may not have had a chance to even come to the office, those who've been working for a long, long time, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, but would be missing their colleagues and missing the relationships, and everyone in our manufacturing, our distribution centers, and our farms who show up every day. I want once again, from the bottom of my heart, thank each and every one of you for being together, collaborating, helping each other, living the founder's growth mindset. I want to take this moment to show our gratitude to some of our colleagues for manufacturing here in Ada from Excess and Nutrition. So please join me in welcoming and giving a big thank you to some of our manufacturing colleagues who've helped Amway and all of us through these difficult times and have continued to do what they do every day brilliantly. So I've got Bill and Troy and Jennifer and Ryan and Alex and Annika, and big thank you to each and every one of you for what you do every day, be it in Ada, Spalding, Washington State, Buena Park, and frankly, across the world. So let's all give them a huge round of applause. Merry Christmas, and let's have a great show.
Thank you, Milan, and wish you a good time visiting India, visiting your family. And while you're there, please say hello to mine. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Mike Nanda, and today I have the privilege of representing all of supply chain. To all of us, all US-based employees, thank you for your unmatched devotion. Over the last almost 2.5 years, your dedication and commitment is the reason why Amway is continuing to experience growth. Your perseverance has allowed us to overcome many challenges, and we've had quite a few. And for that, we are extremely grateful. We appreciate all that you do. Happy holidays. I personally told Santa, none of you are on the naughty list. Enjoy the time off with your friends and families. Be safe. Let's use this time to get our batteries recharged, because we're going to have another busy year. Let's get ready for A71. And as Milan says, from Buena Park, gracias, thank you, obrigado, shukriya. Back to Michigan.
Hello, hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Nice to see so many people here. I'm Andrew Schmidt, North America Managing Director.
Graciela Cruz, I lead the A70 Transformation Office.
Yeah, and thank you.
It's a nice tie, Andrew. I knew we were supposed to get dressed up and festive today. You really went all out.
Yeah. Well, they told me to wear a tie, and I didn't know what that word meant. I feel like I recognized it like some old English phrase
so
that
long ago, right?
used to be used, and so I Googled it. There was no reference. So I went to the local library, and they gave me this like bound thing that had paper and looked it up. And so then I knew what to look for. And yeah, I found this in my kids' plaything.
Shocking. Yeah.
Does it work?
More or less, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah, probably less.
Yeah,
Probably less.
Probably not.
But so yeah, I mean, they told us to be festive, and wow.
This is my festive black shirt. It's got the notches at the sleeve, so as you know, it's party time. And I've got the badge. It's like a Christmas ornament, my badge as well, which screams festivities and holiday spirit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, more or less.
Yeah.
This is it. My hair's down, so it's so much party, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna suggest you Google the word festive later.
I feel there's so much pressure. I mean, this is our year back after not having it in person last year. Are we living up to the festive vibe that we need to be?
I don't really feel it.
Should we just call this off?
Yeah, I mean, maybe we should just...
People deserve more.
Yeah, I'm sorry, everyone. Maybe we just do it next year instead.
Just take a year off, right?
No.
Hold on,
This
I think
is
we
as
can save the
festive as it
show.
gets.
We can save the
Are
show.
you-
Just a second. Let me make a call. Operator, get me California. Okay, yeah. I need code 1959.
What's that?
1959. Stat.
How's he know my ATM code?
Right? That's my internet
We
password.
need the magic ingredient. Stat.
We have an emergency. HQ is missing the magic ingredient.
Take it to them, quickly. Resurrect the Concorde, if necessary.
Here we go. I see something.
Oh my
Is
goodness.
this the missing ingredient?
Oh. No matter how many times you practice putting a sweater on stage, it just never gets easier.
I think it's career goals, right? This is a highlight. So much festive.
Wow, that
There we
tie.
go.
That tie matches. What?
There we go.
Wow.
It's almost like we planned this, right?
What are the odds? I mean,
Right, what are the
truly.
odds? Well, I don't know that this is the secret ingredient, but I mean, we got folks here. You know, we got a crowd that seems pumped up. Let's just give this a shot.
We'll give it a whirl.
We'll
We'll give it a
stumble
whirl.
our way through it. We'll
Yes.
do our best. Yeah, we can do it. So thank you to everyone for joining us, folks that are here in person, folks that are viewing from Buena Park or other locations, or if you're just at home, hopefully in a Christmas sweater or Christmas jammies. Thank you so much for helping bring to life what is truly a special and magical Amway tradition.
Indeed, indeed. It's our privilege to be a small part of it. But before we get into the fun and the amazing talent that we're going to get to see here today, let's give a big thank you to all the people that are pouring their time and energy into making this a possibility. First, to our musicians and our performers. Let's give them a big round of applause. Pump them up a little bit. To the AV crew in the back, these men and women have worked a lot of hours the past few days to get this ready. A huge thank you to them as well. And one last thank you. You know, how beautiful does it look here in World Headquarters? I'm sure you got to see the tree in the lobby, and if you've been on campus, you know that it's not just World Headquarters, it's all of campus. So a big thank you to our buildings and grounds professionals for making campus look so festive for Christmas. Thank you.
All right, so with that, you know, we had to get a plug in so everyone knows we've been doing a lot of listening circles across campus, and as we go to 2022, we thought we'd give you guys a glimpse of one we just did last week to hopefully get more folks to sign up. So let's roll the tape.
Enjoy.
Enjoy. Hey everyone, thank you for joining me today for a listening circle. We've got a smaller virtual listening circle today. It's going to be a group of 4 of us in total. So Alicia, welcome. I know you're a new employee that's never even actually been to campus, has joined us during the pandemic. So welcome to this virtual session. Matt joining us from up at the Spalding plant, so an essential employee that's been going to the operation throughout. And then we've got Clint, who's been with Amway for 11 years, but has been working remote the last 18 months. But Clint, could you turn your video on? We've got a small group today, so it'd be great if we could actually see
you
you as
can't
we
see me?
talk through things. No.
Okay. Yeah, let me see. Let me see. Can I get it on? I'm clapping for myself. Oh, that's not it either. Here we go.
Team.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice to see you all.
Oh, Clint.
Clint, you're a fox.
Oh, little forward, but I really appreciate it. It's nice to meet you.
No
I
problem.
did just get my hair cut. I wanted to look good for the team's meeting.
No, she meant you're an actual four-legged fox. Like,
I'm not flirting with you.
Yeah, like the animal.
What are you talking about, Matt? I'm right here.
yeah.
I can see. Oh, wait a minute. Am I a fox? Oh, okay. So I don't know how that happened. I see the fox. Yeah. So I might just be a fox for today. Let me see if I can fix this. How about now?
Nah, no.
No.
You look better as Han Solo than Jar Jar Binks.
You said Jar Jar.
Okay. I'll give it one more chance here. How about now?
There we go. All right.
Okay, much better.
Welcome, Clint. We're all human
Here I am.
again. Thank you.
So thank you guys. I am so happy to be part of Amway. This past year has been a little bit weird. I feel like I know you, but I don't. So thank you for being so welcoming through the screen. And I just can't wait to get on campus and meet everyone in real life.
You have a cute cat.
Ah, thank you. Its name is Gato. It's named after him being a cat.
Original.
Very clever.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm in marketing.
Thanks. Thanks for sharing, Alicia. So, Clint, how have things been going for you since you've been working from home the last 18 months?
It's been pretty. Go ask your mom. I'm on a meeting. Oh, it's sorry about that. It's been going. No, go ask your mom. I told you. Fine, Candy, go. Yeah, no, it's been. Let's just say that.
Is that Mr. Gato?
Gato de Dono Panel, please come here right now. I'm so sorry. You guys
my
always
goodness.
finds ways to like get into my meetings. Gato, come here. Gato, ven para acá. Ven para acá, Gato.
I
I'm
hope you're
sorry,
not
guys.
allergic, Clint.
I'm so
No,
sorry. guys.
that's fine. He's
Sorry.
always welcome.
I'm
It's
sorry.
all good.
Don't worry about it. This year's been nothing but distractions and surprises, I think, for most of us, right?
Yep.
What do you have going on over there, Matt?
There's an intruder and an animal, it looks like. I gotta go. I'll be right
All
back.
right,
my
keep on
God.
that. That doesn't look FDA compliant.
Let's hope nothing starts leaking.
Okay, let's move on to the next question.
Graciela, I think you might be frozen. What's the next? Wait, maybe it's my camera.
Guys, you're frozen.
How do we get anything accomplished?
Thank you all for such a great discussion. I know sometimes virtual doesn't feel like the greatest experience, but I think we really had a strong level of engagement. Thank you guys for the investment of time, and I think we really got a lot out of the last hour.
Yeah, thank you so much for doing this, Graciela. Do you guys think we could meet again, maybe next week, an in-person meeting in campus? I would love to get the chance to meet you on campus and experience it all with you three. I mean, it's my first time there, so.
I could make time, absolutely.
Yeah,
that'd
I
be
don't want
great
to get
see.
lost in the 50 shades of beige, so
Let's do it.
Do it.
thank you.
Hey Greg,
Hi, Natty.
how's it going this year? Did you ask anything special to Santa?
Well, I did, because I've been really, really good, for goodness sake.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I asked for a 1961 Selmer Mark VI baritone saxophone, so I'm hoping I get that.
Oh, I hope you get it too. That one is pretty expensive, isn't it?
Maybe. A little bit.
Okay, I hope for you that you get it.
Thank you.
You better watch out, you better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, he's checking it twice. Gotta find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees if you are sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So better be good for goodness sake.
Better be good for goodness sake.
You better watch out, you better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Come on, Greg. He knows if you are sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He sees if you've been bad or good. So better be good for goodness sake.
Better be good for goodness sake.
You better watch out, you better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. 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 Santa Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to
Hey Claire, I know that 2018 is coming to a close and we decided to give everybody spark points for a Christmas present this year.
Yeah.
But I've been reading about this new thing called a growth mindset.
Yeah.
And I came up with a bunch of other ideas, and I'm really hoping to be open to hearing what I have to say, and maybe we could change our mind and give something a little more exciting. What do you think?
I love it. Let me practice my growth mindset.
Excellent, excellent. Well, the first thing, you know that recently we've had some employees come and they talk about bringing pets to work and that type of thing. We really can't do that because of allergies and, the little warm presents they leave around the hallway sometimes. But it struck me, what about if we gave everybody a fish, right? We give everybody a little goldfish and a nice little fish bowl to put on their desk, right? They're clean, they're easy to take care of. And you know what else I thought? We have a lake back here, remember? Lake Amway? We could raise them in Lake Amway. And the extra fish that we don't use, we can use in our omega-3. This is a cost saving. It'll pay for itself. Well, yes, I'm going to take him home. He's going to be my pet. What do you think?
I don't know, Mike. I mean, I think we got GMPs to worry about. Have you talked to Brian about this?
Not yet, but I will. Okay, let me talk to Brian, and we'll keep the fish idea on the table. Okay.
Yeah, we better,
all right.
we better check with Brian.
I'm going to put him back over here, where it's going to be nice and safe. Okay. There we go. All right. Well, the second idea that I had was kind of related to pets. You know that a lot of people are using comfort animals now.
Yeah.
And so we can't let people bring in like comfort animals. But I thought, what else could we do? I got it. We give them the Cube Buddy, right? We give everybody their own comfort doll. Say hello to Gladdy, the comfort doll, right? Here, try her out. Look, she wants to make you more comfortable. Think about this. Every employee could have this in their office. They could practice presentations on it. They could, snuggle up when they need to, feel a little more comfort. Or even, like in California, they could put Gladdy in the car with them and drive in the carpool lane. I mean, there's so many options.
How that works. I don't think that's how that works, Mike.
All right, okay. This one you're going to love.
All right.
So I've been super happy with how XS has been doing and the excitement around it and how people think it's so cool.
It is cool.
But HR is cool too, and it struck me.
That's true.
XS, HR. XS is 2 letters. HR is 2 letters. We could be just as cool, if not more cool, than XS. And the way we do that is we build an HR experience center right in the middle of the complex, right? I made a little model here to show you what I'm talking about. I mean, check this out. Right, think about this. This becomes the destination for all employees, right? We put policies on the wall. We got neon like statements and lights, and for Christmas we can decorate it and have all the Christmas parties here and have everybody come here to celebrate the holidays at HR because it's so cool. What do you think?
Policies on the wall, cool?
Well, they're easy to read.
I don't know, Mike.
All right, this is harder than I thought. All right, what else do we got? Okay, the other thing I've been reading a lot about is sustainability, right? And I think the company should get much more serious about sustainability, right? And the way we can show that is through the gift we give everybody. We bring everybody together, right? And we can make ornaments for their tree out of recycled materials we can just find around the office, right? I made this myself. Look at this. It's got little, Amway playing card on there, some ornaments I found. We could get a group of people together. We could make ornaments for everybody. They could take them home for their tree.
I don't really know that's what people are going to want, Mike.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. How about something more simple then, right?
Like
simple and straightforward, right?
That's a good direction.
Here we go. Hand sanitizer. We give everybody a big case of hand sanitizer.
Why would people want a big case of hand sanitizer?
I don't know, somehow I just got this feeling like in 2020, people are gonna need a lot of hand sanitizer. If we give them a stock now, they'll have it, they'll be ready.
But hand sanitizer is so easy to get. It's everywhere.
I know, but we can make it ourselves, do it super fast. It'll be cool.
But that's not something we do.
All right, hand sanitizer. Well, then, I guess, what do you want to do then?
I feel like maybe just stick with the spark points.
None of these? Okay, I can support that. I can support that.
All right, thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
I love the growth mindset, though.
Thank you, yeah.
So, with all of these ideas, what are you getting your wife for Christmas?
Oh, I'm glad you asked, because as you know, my wife is really into fashion.
Yeah,
right?
I do know.
And I was out shopping. I found the most perfect hat that she is going to love, right? Tell me what you think. This is super cool.
I don't know, Mike.
Ho, 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 we are Santa's elves, ho, ho.
Greetings from California. Even if we don't have a traditional winter here in California, we have some winter fun. We have our Christmas trees, reindeer, Santa Claus, and palm trees. But here is Becky singing Winter Wonderland, California style. Take it away, Becky. Happy holidays, everyone.
Car horns blare, are you listening? On the freeway, the heat waves glisten. No snow inside, sunbathing delight. Walking in a Cali wonderland. The housing market sent Californians packing. And the snowbirds complain about gas prices. With the windows rolled down because we're hitting the town. We can build a Sandman. Watch the surfing Santas do their best. The outdoor ice skating rinks are super poppin'. I see you ponder, yes it's true.
thank you so much for joining our listening circle. It was great to get a chance to finish our conversations from last week and get a chance to do it here on campus. So really appreciate the time that you've invested in.
Hey friends, I hope I'm not interrupting. Saw you were about to finish the meeting, so I got you some popcorn for my personal stash. I see you found my living area. Make yourselves at home. Hey, yeah, what's going on, buddy?
Good,
Have some
man. How are you?
popcorn. I'm good. It's good to see you.
Good to see you. Good. You guys know Kenny?
No.
Oh, we adopted Kenny as an essential employee. Loves the place. Wi-Fi. I mean, you got a living space like this. What? You can't beat this, right?
That's right. I mean, Amway's campus is so great with so many amenities. I decided, why go home? I watch Netflix here. You guys found my living area. Don't worry, though. I still go home and visit my wife, take her some excess. She's fine. But, it's just so great here, so why leave? As a matter of fact, let me tell you about all of the great ways that Amway campus is so good to me. Check it out.
You've already seen my bedroom and living room area. You'd be surprised how comfy that couch is. I always enjoy waking up, getting my free coffee, and of course, basking in this beautiful penthouse view. It's like Central Park West meets Picasso's Cubism or something. Of course, there's plenty of amenities here on campus. I get my daily excess and some snacks, or free pieces of fruit from the cafeteria. Once in a while, I'll even pop into the kitchen and whip up some eggs for myself. And when I'm feeling really adventurous, I'll even mix some unique flavors at my personal excess bar. If you're concerned about my hygiene, don't be. There's plenty of places to shower around campus, except I haven't been able to find any razors. Oh, and on extra chilly nights, I've got another place to sleep. That autoclave in R&D is sure cozy. Amway, of course, has all the latest technology so I can get all of my work done. And in addition to meeting my physical needs, the campus has lots of entertainment options too. I enjoy my nightly Netflix binges, playing games with my coworkers, and trying to break the world record for the fastest office chair races. I also have plenty of space to perfect my Simone Biles-inspired floor routine and keep myself fit. And of course, it's easy to make new friends. I have met some of the nicest people. And I can't forget to include old friends as well, who are always there in our hearts.
So yeah, guys, that's what I've been up to.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff in there, but I don't know, it's still kind of weird. To each their own.
Makes sense though, right? It's what makes Amway special.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Well, living at work may not be for everybody, but there is something else that makes Amway super special. As a matter of fact, we've got an annual tradition going on right now. It's our holiday extravaganza down in HQ. Do you guys want to come check it out with me?
Yeah,
let's go. Let's do it. Come on, let's go check it out.
Helen, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Let's give another round of applause to Helen and all of our performers so far. Now, you know what else is beautiful? This coat. Right? Yeah. So, where's my man Kenny? Is Kenny back in here yet? I think, yeah, there's Kenny. So, Kenny, I'm gonna need to know where you're spending the nights these days, because when I get home tonight, I know what my wife is gonna say, and I'm gonna need a place to spend the night as well. Okay? So, you got me? All right, good, excellent, good, glad. But I'm keeping the jacket, Donnie. I hope you know that. I'm keeping the jacket, not giving it back. No, so I am up here merely as a brief interlude to introduce someone who needs no introduction, but the idea was to expose you once again to this fashion abomination for as long as possible. So I apologize if anyone is feeling that their vision may need some remediation. The good news is we've got gummies for that in North America now. So, iMojo, yeah, no, seriously, I'm not joking. That's a serious comment. We've got gummies for that, and not that kind of gummies, but we got gummies for that. And they are darn good. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, of all of the N gummies we've launched in North America in the past year and a half, these are the best tasting gummies. If you haven't, yes, iMojo. If you haven't tried the iMojo, go online, go buy them, or go to the employee store. We're all employees here. So go to the employee store, or go online and help North America's sales. That's also fine, too. It's also fine, too. No, so I am up here to introduce our co-chairman, Steve Van Andel. Steve.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. Well, it's great to see all of you. You know, I'm looking at that coat, and I was thinking, you know, I thought Christmas, red and green, right? So I looked for a red sweater. This is red, sort of. But I think it goes kind of to my one of favorite pastimes. I don't call this red, I call this Cabernet. But that's as close as I could get to Christmas. Now, on the other hand, Amy, my wife who's here, stand up, Amy. So, she found something much more Christmas green than I found Christmas red, but together it works. It works. Well, it really is great to see all of you. You know, it's been a long year. We've all had to kind of balance personal and work and health and everything else that's been going on over the last year or two, but we are absolutely very grateful for your commitment, not only to the Amway business and to the future, but we're very grateful that you're part of the Amway family. So my main message today is to say just that, to say thank you for all that you've done over the years, or even there's somebody I met today that this is their first day here. Congratulations. Now, you don't know, but Dad and Rich started these meetings years ago, not the Christmas, but just the employee meetings. And if you were first day here, first time here, I won't do that. Rich would call you up on stage to talk about yourself, but I won't do that. Unless you want to come up. Anyway, you know, for me, this is a time of year to think a little bit about family. In fact, last week on Tuesday was our board meeting, and Tuesday also was the day that my dad passed away, and now it's been 17 years. It's hard to believe that it's been that long. But for me, that's part of the reason I like to go back and just think a little bit about family. Of course, I think about Amy and the kids as well. But I think back when I was a kid as well on some of the things. I know we've talked over the years, Doug and I both talked about being at the dinner table with Dad or Rich, and the things they said. And I remember years ago him talking about, starting the business. Both of them were traveling, trying to find new ABOs and bring new ABOs into the business. And he would talk about how he found someone, and he said he didn't care who they were. They could be anybody. It doesn't matter what their history is, what their experience, what their training is. They could become an ABO and they could be successful. If they applied themselves, they could do it. Now, we've all heard some of those stories, but when you're 7 years old sitting at a dinner table listening to this, you're wondering, what? What is he talking about? But over the years, as you listen and you listen to what he had to talk about, he'd talk about Rich and about how Rich was his great friend and business partner. He'd talk about other friends that he had. He'd talk about family. But I began to learn about who Dad was, about the person he was, the values that he had, the values that he lived his life by, but the values that he put into the business as well. And so if you look in his book, he talks about faith, family, and freedom being the three things that were important to him. And I think you see a lot of family and freedom and friends and all in the business. That's just who he is. So for me, this time of year is a time of year to think about that. So what I'd like to do, one thing from Amy and me, from our two kids, Maddie and JT, we would like to say very much Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all of you, no matter where you are in the Amway world. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. But for me, my main job is to do kind of what Andrew just did. I get to introduce somebody because Dad and Rich started the Christmas program, I think I saw in 1967 is when it was started. And Rich always has had a tradition of reading the Christmas story, a tradition that Doug has carried on since then. And so, Doug, we are very happy that you are here, that you're going to carry on that tradition. So let me introduce my friend and business partner, Doug DeVos.
As you know, Rich never limited himself to just reading the Christmas story. Steve's spot on. As we think of memories and as we go back, I mean, this is our life. And actually, this is when the Christmas season starts for us. I got to tell you, we had a group last night over, and it's like, okay, how you feeling about the holidays? How you coming into the holidays? What's that like? Man, I'm pretty stressed. I got this or that, and we had a lot of folks kind of coming in different ways. And I was just sitting here right as the program started, go, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better. I think there's a recognition that we have and that we talked about last week, that we've talked about for a while, that we're all feeling a little stressed. What we've been through here is something I think we have to acknowledge and have to put out there and say it's impacted all of our lives. Whenever you reorganize an organization and go through what we've gone through in the past year, it's tough. And those things don't go away. But life goes on. And Steve, touched on the values that are so important in this business, and those are timeless. And we've been through tough times before as a company and as an organization. And you've been through tough times. It's called life. We all have these times and these things that happen to us, and none of us ask for it, none of us want it, especially when they're bad or when they're difficult, but we all keep moving forward. And that's what you're doing. And as Steve talks about our thanks and our appreciation, that's just an absolute genuine expression of how we all feel. And it's so good to have a chance to gather again. One of the toughest parts over the past year and a half is that the ability to physically connect was so difficult. That opening skit, I mean, my goodness, right? I mean, how many times have any of us been on a call just going, okay, this is an absolute disaster. I thought I knew how to push a button on a computer or whatever, but nothing's working here. But yeah, you've made it work. And you've adapted in so many ways. The manufacturing team, first thing you did was adapt by working harder and working faster. You know, and the teams and the skit about hand sanitizer, you're a genius, Mike. If you have any other ideas like that, just let us know. It may have been created for the show, I'm not sure, but that's something. You know, who would have thought? And Steve and I had a chance to be out in personal care and talk through some of the story and how the team just came together immediately and how people are like, we can do this, we can make this happen, we can be part of a solution in our community that's going something through that none of us have ever seen or experienced before. And so, so we're just grateful. Our hearts are full. And as we go through transitions, we kind of mark milestones. And to say, you know, as we look at Christmas time and we look at the new year, it's like, okay, we can turn that milestone. And we're going to try to take these experiences, as challenging as they may be, whatever they may be, and say we're going to move forward. Because that's the history of Amway. That's what your dad's phrase, the dogs may bark, but the caravan moves on. We move on. We've got to move forward. And so that's what we're doing. And to hear and to see once again displayed the talents that are here in this organization, this company, and to hear people laughing and just to hear and feel a sense of gathering, people coming together is really, really special. So we're grateful and we thank you for that. I just wanted to, before I read the Christmas story, elaborate a little bit on thank you. As we try to say that, I'm trying to find a couple more words, and of course, like usual, we go to whatever our fathers told us to say, right? And usually works pretty good for us, you know. But I went back to Dad's 10 phrases book, 10 powerful phrases for positive people, and just, you know, maybe touch a couple thoughts of what those phrases are. The first two are I'm wrong and I'm sorry. And a couple things come to mind for this one. The first one is that before he wrote the book, he had talked about these phrases and how important they were in life. And I'd just let you know, if you're a teenage kid and you may happen to come in late and your father isn't happy, these are good words to use. So if you've read the book, you know he used me as an example, and I still a little frustrated by that. And the worst part of that, you know, is that I told my kids about it. And so when I was awake and late and mad, they did the same thing to me. And I knew they were going to do it. A couple of them are here. But it worked. Oh, okay, you're wrong, you're sorry, you know. But Steve and I have always talked about the fact that in life and business, you know, we make decisions and we're not perfect. We have some times where things don't go exactly as planned and it impacts people. And so with what we've gone through, whether it's the last 60 years or it's the last 6-7 months, we're sorry about that. We as an organization, you know, those things that hurt you hurt us. And so we want to express that as we go forward. You know, the next phrases are, I think pretty special and demonstrated day in and day out around here. You can do it. Right? You know, that phrase that we just used around the world, you can do it. And wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you can take the next step forward. And the next phrase he writes is, I believe in you. And I think that's what Steve was expressing. We believe in you. We've seen it. We've seen you adapt to things that are happening around the world. The whole world's adapting. But what you have done and what your colleagues around the country and around the world have done, it's amazing. And it just blows us away every day. Whenever we have a chance to be together and talk about it, we just kind of shake our head in amazement for how special everyone is and how people pull together and take care of each other in tough times. The next phrase is we're proud of you. You know, and there is a sense of pride when we see the Amway name and when we see the talents that are demonstrated here at a show like this or every day in the work that you're doing. We just have a tremendous sense of pride, not only in the history of the legacy of the business, but in the future and what you're creating. And that's just a wonderful thing to say. Well, we say thank you. That's a phrase that was in the book, and we do say that, as Steve said. It's vital that we extend that. And then it goes on a couple other things here. It says we need you. And he's right. We need our colleagues. We need our friends. We need our family. This is a family atmosphere. We need people together, which is why it hurts so much when we go through what we've gone through. And just to express to people, an emptiness that you feel. You need somebody. You need that connection and that relationship. And so I think we want to express that to all of you today. We need you. And whether you're here in the room or you're in another place on campus or around the country, wherever you are watching this, we need you, and we're grateful for you. The next one is we trust you. Look at the commitment and the things that Jay and Dad did. They had to put their trust in people, because as the business grows, you can't do it yourself by any means. Again, your dad would always say, delegate or stagnate. You can't keep things together. You got to trust people and express and let people help. And that's what you do, and we have an amazing amount of trust. And the next phrase is respect. We respect you. When we see what you've done and how you handle tough situations, how you handle good situations, we just have an admiration and respect. When we walk through the plant, see people dealing with things coming at them, or what we did in the early days of the pandemic, when we had to keep working and we had to keep going, and now what people are doing to keep the supplies coming and to keep the products going, it is amazing the level of respect we have for your talents and gifts being put to use in that way. And then the last thing is we love you. And I think Steve said it well, and I'll just echo his words of how we feel about each and every one of you in this business. And it's out of that expression of thanks and those phrases and love that we take the time to read the Christmas story and remind ourselves of what this holiday's all about for us. And we do it with the acknowledgement that you may have a different tradition and you may have a different feeling, and I trust that you would accept what we do here as an expression of our love, and if you share that faith, and it's kind of a gift to share that faith and talk about the Christmas story together. If you're not there, then I hope you take it as just a nice quiet time to reflect on something that's important to you as well. But this is a tradition that we have done, and we do remind ourselves when it does get busy and crazy at this time of year what this season is all about for us. And the gifts, the reason we give gifts to each other is because the gift that was given to us. So I will put my glasses on so I can read this. And this is the Christmas story as found in Luke chapter 2. And I'll only just preface this is, when we talk about the Christmas story, this is, the story and Christmas, a holiday, is a point in time. But there's so much more to the story. And I actually have Dad's copy of the New Testament, so there's other parts of the Bible that should be attached. After Mom and Dad passed, we found they had a lot of Bibles in their house. So I kept one. This is the story, this point in time, just didn't happen out of nowhere. There's a lot of foretelling. And there's a part after this that reaches out 2,000 years into the future to where we are, to each and every one of us. And so that's why we share it. It's a gift of love. It's a time of celebration and recognition. And like we said, we trust that you'll accept it that way wherever you may be. And we trust you know that we love you wherever you may be. With that, I'll read the Christmas story. And it's found in Luke chapter 2. And it goes like this. About this time, Caesar Augustus, the Roman emperor, decreed that a census should be taken throughout the nation. The census was taken when Quirinius was governor of Syria. Now, we would always joke about that government intervention again with what you're doing, but we won't go there this time. Right, Andrew? Okay, we'll let that go. But it is in the Bible. We'll let that one go. I guess I didn't, did I? Well, thankfully it goes on. Everyone was required to return to his ancestral home for this registration. And because Joseph was a member of the royal line, he had to go to Bethlehem in Judea, King David's ancient home. He took with him Mary, his fiancée, who was obviously pregnant by this time. And while they were there, the time came for her baby to be born. And she gave birth to her first child, a son. She wrapped him in a blanket and laid him in a manger because there was no room for them in the village inn. Just thinking about this, I'll digress a second. It's my son's birthday today, so it's kind of, I'm like, oh, Dalton. I guess these stories kind of make sense. 30 years, but this is 2,000 years, a little different. But, and it goes on. That night, some shepherds were in the fields outside the village, guarding their flocks of sheep. This is where it gets wonderful. Suddenly, an angel appeared among them, and the landscape shone bright with the glory of the Lord, and they were badly frightened. But the angel assured them, "Don't be afraid." He said, "I bring you the most joyful news ever announced, and it is for everyone." Everyone. Then I got to turn the page. The Savior, yes, the Messiah, the Lord, has been born tonight in Bethlehem. How will you recognize him? You will find a baby wrapped in a blanket, lying in a manger. Suddenly the angel was joined by a vast host of others, the armies of heaven, praising God. Glory to God in the highest heaven, they sang, and peace on earth to all those pleasing him. Can you imagine being a shepherd seeing that? When this great army of angels had returned again to heaven, the shepherds said to each other, "Come, let's go to Bethlehem." I keep thinking they may have said something else to each other first. But they said, "Come, let's go to Bethlehem. Let's see this wonderful thing that has happened, which the Lord has told us about." Then they ran to the village and found their way to Mary and Joseph. And there was the baby lying in the manger. The shepherds told everyone what had happened and what the angel had said to them about this child. All who heard the shepherd's story were astonished. But Mary quietly treasured these things in her heart and often thought about them. Then the shepherds went back again to their fields and flocks, praising God for the visit of the angels and because they had seen the child just as the angel had told them. You know, the story never gets old. And the story is always true, and the story is always presented here for all of us. And that's why I say we express it, our families, as a gift of love. And I think that's why Dad and Jay started these traditions, as an expression of love and appreciation and thanks. And so as I was thinking about, you know, your secret ingredient, I think there's a couple things. One, we just read. That's a secret ingredient of Christmas. Maybe it's not so secret since that's what it's called. But I was reflecting on a second one. And it reminds me of course, a Jay and Rich story. Years ago, in the very, very early days, there was some folks who had contacted them and wanted to buy Amway. And Dad and Jay had no intention of selling, but they thought it would be interesting to see what somebody else thought it was worth. So they said, "Sure, we'll have a meeting," and they brought the guy in, and he gives a pitch and all that sort of stuff, and finally they had to come clean and said, "You know, look, we're really not interested in selling, but thanks for coming over. You know, appreciate the interest." And the guy goes, "Well, we thought you might say that. But we just want to let you know that if you don't sell, you know, we have the ability to make products like your products." And you know, so he was a representative from Grace Chemical Company, which is a big company. And we know how to make those products, and we found a Bible salesman. And so we can start a sales force ourselves, and we're going to go in competition with you. And I just love the, you know, the youthful exuberance that they had at that time, they said, well, we understand. So they went and got him an Amway business kit, and they gave it to him and said, if you're going to compete with us, you might as well know everything we do. So you got to take the kit. This is what we do. You'll see it, with no secrets here, good luck. Well, they did start a company called Grace Home Products, and after about 3 years, it failed. A number of years after that, Rich was traveling and in an airport somewhere and had a chance to meet Peter Grace, who was the CEO of that company, and was a very famous industrialist in the 1970s, very well known. And Dad went up to him and introduced himself and reflected a little on the story and said, so Peter, I got to ask, whatever happened to Grace Home Products? And he was a big man. He kind of bent down and poked my dad in the chest. He goes, well, you know darn well what happened to Grace Home Products. He said, we lost a lot of money on that thing. And then Dad goes, can that be? I can't believe it. We gave you the kit and everything. And that's when Mr. Grace looked at him and said, young man, you must have left something out. And as Dad and Jay reflect on the story, they did leave something out. Amway is not a kit. Amway is not a bunch of manuals. Amway is people. And the secret ingredient that we're always looking for are people. It's all you. And you're the secret ingredient in everything we do. And we're grateful for it. And so as we move forward this Christmas season, I hope that you have the time to enjoy your friends and family. I hope that you have the time to celebrate in the way you want to celebrate. I hope you have the time to reflect on the special ingredient that you are and that your colleagues and friends here are, and how we feel about each and every one of you. And so with that, in the spirit of our tradition, not only of the past, but of our tradition of laying the groundwork for a great future, on behalf of Steve and myself, and really all of our families, we just say we love you and Merry Christmas. Thanks, everybody.
When the thread of
is a spy. She has her headphones all day looking at her computer and says nothing.
I agree. I think she's in a group with other people when she's on like meetings, and like other people are like around the earth. There's people trying to spy on other people.
Goes on his computer and he cooks and he works on his computer and brings his backpack.
What do you think I do for work all the time?
Money!
But what am I doing in my office?
Money!
But when you see me in there, what do I do?
What?
So when you see me up at the computer, what do you think I'm doing?
Buying toys. Buying toys.
Buying toys?
Buying toys. I think that you are a producer for work. Kind of make little movies things. I picture you like working on a computer.
He is an human resources worker and helps with creating new resources for humans.
You work in a big factory with lots of many assembly lines with little tubes that go swoop, swoop, supplying you with the objects you need.
I think you probably go to work, sit in that chair of yours, and do a little typing on the computer, and just, I don't know, about the products. Just like making them, like the formulas.
What does Papa do for work?
Draw.
I draw.
Do the computer.
I do the computer. Anything else for work I do?
Eat candy.
Eat candy.
He socializes on the computer, plays fantasy football on the computer, and works with people on meetings to help the world and stuff to keep people safe from stupid coronavirus.
He seals boxes. He like tapes them up. He watches robots work, I think, like robot arms. He makes cars and seals shampoo bottles, like tapes them up.
What is it you think I do for a living?
Amway?
But what? What am I?
I don't know.
What have you seen me do for like the last year and a half here at home?
Just email and yell.
So this is a great program, everybody, and I'm gonna let y'all finish, but I have a few friends that I want to introduce to you. They've been checking out campus and learning what makes Amway special. So guys, are you here? Clint, Alicia, Matt, come on up here, guys. Give them a round of applause. I want to introduce you to my new friends. Wow, you guys, you really upgraded your wardrobe since I saw you 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
You're looking great. You're looking
From
great.
your closet in '78.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So tell me, guys, what did you learn and like here about being back on campus finally, or seeing campus again?
You know, Kenny, just listening to the words that Doug and Steve shared, I realized it's just not been the same being at home these past year and a half, and it's great to be surrounded by the Amway family again.
Being in manufacturing in the last 2 years has been different, to say the least, and something's been missing. Getting back in here and seeing through the traditions that we have, getting on campus, seeing our colleagues, this has been big.
Well, I get it now. I get it now. So, thank you, Doc. I get it now. No, it's really nice to see you all here today, and I feel inspired to sing a song with the band. This is a really cool song that my mom and I used to listen when I was a kid. And I did not speak English. I learned English when I was 16 years old. So I would come up with weird lyrics or I would hum it. But now I do speak English, and you'll get to hear the real lyrics if I don't forget them. So here we go. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I have my crew. Okay. ¿Recuerdas la otra Navidad? Te di mi corazón y un día después tenías otro amor. No quiero llorar, lo voy a guardar para alguien que lo merezca. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Once beaten and twice shy, I keep my distance, but you still got my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year, it doesn't surprise me. Merry Christmas! I wrapped it up and sent it with a note saying, I love you, I meant it. Now I know what a fool I've been, but if you kiss me now, I know you'll fool me again. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Okay, I have my crew that's supposed to come on stage with me. Come on, you guys. Kelly, come here. Would you mind bringing Gladys Horrigan here? Thank you. Come here, you guys. Yeah. Hi, Gladys. How you doing? Okay, here you go. You guys, whenever you want. A crowded room, friends with tired eyes. I'm fighting from you, and you're so nice. My God, thought you were someone to rely on. Me, I guess I was the shoulder to cry. Based on a lover with the fire in his heart. A man undercover, but you tore me apart. Ooh, now I found a real love, you'll never fool me again. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Give a big applause to our amazing band.
This mic. There we go. Thank you. That was amazing. Wow. Very impressive. This was unexpected, out of the audience. Just plucked out of the audience. Do you know each other? No? No, okay, all right. That's right.
Well, thank you everyone so much. Again, thank you for everything that you do every day for each other, for our ABOs, for our customers. You are the secret ingredient. This is what makes Amway a community. This is what makes Amway a family. So it's been a tough year. Please take the time to rest, to recharge, to connect with your loved ones, and enjoy this holiday season. Again, this is where it starts. Let's exhale and lean into Christmas.
Yeah, and so speaking of exhaling, we've got Gladdy here, and I think Gladdy is a great example, to remind us all that we can, when we need a little comfort, there's comfort to be had.
This is my first time speaking in front of a crowd in almost 2 years.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, it makes me anxious, right?
Yeah, I mean,
It's a
we were super. We had to pull Graciela out of the closet earlier today to get down here, and but we got Gladdy. We got Gladdy, and so I mean,
I gave Gladdy a hug, I felt so much better, and I said, "We can do this, Andrew. We can do
so
this."
I mean, the good news is that because Mike Horgan is here, everyone can have a Gladdy.
Everyone.
Now.
Everyone. It's not available. You can't get it with Spark Points. You can't. You've got to email mike.horrigan@amway.com.
Yeah, it's Horrigan with 2 R's. HORRIGAN @amway.com.
And make sure the subject heading says urgent.
Yeah.
And just let them know you need a cubicle buddy.
Yeah,
right?
he will deliver to your home for a small fee. I mean, but no, truly, take the time, as Doug and Steve urged you and will urge you, relax, recharge, spend time with your loved ones, have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season and a Merry Christmas. And on that, we got one more number, don't we?
Okay, let's do it. Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Tidings on this one. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a happy. One more. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, everybody!
Thank you, everyone.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, everybody. Hey, if there's any people that play instruments that want to come and join the band next year, we love you. We want you to come play trumpet, whatever you feel like. We're looking at you. Come join us.